Let's talk about the man now, the manager, Gernot Rohr. How difficult? Because a lot of people are, are saying that he's not complaining. Maybe he's under something. He doesn't complain. He's a German. He shouldn't be timid. And I tell people, how do you know this man is not angry with how do you know he's not how what's the word now? How do you know is let me use the word happy. How do you know he's not happy? How do you conclude that he's not speaking up? But is it because he doesn't? Because we've had him on the show, he doesn't like talking about his salary openly, like I said earlier. But let's talk about the man. How is it difficult in such circumstances to be able to still be on the job? He's still getting the win. As far as I'm concerned, we are going to. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be too forward here, but we're going to get one over Central African Republic. So he's still getting the results, and with all these issues behind the scene, how put yourself in Gernot Rohr's shoe. How does this sounds? Looking at the manager himself.
We've been on this road before. And Nigeria history is very, very funny. Nigeria history is the kind of history that tells you that this person is great only when he leaves. So let me backtrack to come forward. When Westerhof was here, everybody hated Westerhof. People didn't like him. They say he was too high-handed, he was too arrogant. Nigerians use things that are non-football related to judge him. But when he left, everybody said he's the greatest coach to ever coach Nigeria. As a matter of fact, every coach that have come in after him, they've asked them to have the same Westerhof style. Yeah. But the country is no longer the way it used to be under Westerhof. Westerhof was so frustrated that he started going straight to Augustus Aikomo, who was the vice president then under Ibrahim Babangida, to go get whatever he needed because the NFF was toothless bulldog. They were useless to him. Now, that passed. We now have a Bonfrijo. Okay, before Bonfrijo, there was a Felipe Trezeguet. Felipe Trezeguet was fantastic. The NFA at the time was also good, working well. But it was the Nigerian media that destroyed that man. The system that he was playing was what everybody was complaining. So they are complaining about, Gernot Rohr today. Everybody complained so much so that we got him fired, even though he qualified us to the World Cup with that calculator. The first time that we praised, we qualified with calculator. We qualified fasting and prayer. October 8, 1993, when we went to go play Algeria, that 1-1 draw, combination play between Finidi George and Amokachi, that beautiful back heel from Amokachi to Finidi that brought that goal that qualified us for the World Cup. Everybody was praying because Cote d'Ivoire too needed Algeria to win for them to go to that World Cup. Long and short, we got a Felipe Trezeguet. When Felipe Trezeguet came in after the Nations Cup ban that we didn't go in 96 and then we're banned from Burkina Faso in 98, Nigerians complain that the man's style, who plays wing back, who plays three at the back, what kind of system is that? That's the system that everybody's playing now. Everybody is begging coaches to play that system right now, like, oh, that's how good you are. But this is something somebody brought to Nigeria. They call him the White Witch Doctor. People, vilified him, said all sorts of things to make sure they make the man look bad. And we ended up sacking him. And we brought one guy, they call him, that's where the word foreign technical advisor came from. They call him foreign technical advisor, most experienced man, one guy that was wearing Google, who decided to pick an injured Amokachi to the World Cup and drop the most informed Nigerian player at the time, Jonathan Akpobore, and today nobody's been able to explain that to us. So going forward, Nigerians always see bad in coaches until they are fired. Once they are fired, they become, oh, good, they are good. We should stop that habit. But I don't think, Gernot Rohr is a foolish man. And not everybody is Sondo Lise. Not everybody is going to put up drama like Stephen Keshi. Not everybody is going to behave like Nigeria. He's not a Nigerian. Go back to the first interview that I had with Gernot Rohr. He said something. He said, I have a contract. That was even before he renewed his contract. He said, I have a contract. If they like, they pay. They like, they don't pay. When I need my money, I know where to go. FIFA, in case people don't know, FIFA so much protects coaches by their laws. That's why coaches don't even resign anymore, because they know that they are heavily protected by the laws of the game. Once he puts in a letter to FIFA, there is the allocation that FIFA always gives to countries. FIFA will just do direct debit. And the way your bank do direct debit, once you put money in your account, they take all the charges without you giving them authorization. FIFA just do direct debit and pay to him. So he knows that already. But then he also knows that in his career, he will be judged by what he wants. And he's looking at the group of players he's got with Nigeria, and he thinks, I have a chance here to redeem myself. I have a chance here. The last Nations Cup, he went to win, but he didn't win. The last World Cup, Nigerians always think that he didn't perform well. So he's looking for redemption. But looking for that redemption, he needs to get paid. And that's what he is working at getting. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It doesn't need... The fact that Nigerians think that you need to be dramatic to get your money tells you a lot about the fact that we don't even know what this football is all about. People don't get dramatic to get their money. Do you know that Barcelona still owe Messi 82 million? Is Messi making noise about it? He knows he will get his money. His agent, his people know that they will get the money. So there is no need for all those drama. People who do drama are people who did not sign proper contract, who once they leave the job, they are not sure they can get the money because there's no documents, there's no evidence to prove. When Olise left, Olise went to FIFA and collected every kobo that Nigeria was owing him. Not only him, even the assistant that he brought, that he employed himself, Nigeria had to pay because of the way and manner he left. Nigeria had to pay for the assistant all the money that Olise claimed that he had paid his assistant. That's the way it works. So if we're following any history, we should know by now how these things work, and then there is no need for drama. What's the use of drama? If you know that if your mom, you know, we say in my place, the hungry way we say your mama they cook food, you know the key person. The food will be ready. The man wants to get paid regularly. We don't need to go through all this drama. He's acting matured. He's playing the big man here. Nigerians now want him to act. If he begins to make noise everywhere, the same Nigerians again will come and say, oh, the coach is not doing well. Is it not the coach that was talking and your sports minister? Sports minister was not responsible for paying him, told him to
shut up. Yeah.
To shut up and face his work. The work that your country is shamelessly not paying him for, you're telling the coach to shut up and face his work. He knows the country is dealing with. You know how dumb people in power is. Yes, that's the word. You know how dumb people in power is. He knows that these people, their level of IQ, these are single digit or sub-zero IQ people. So I have to deal with them in the most tactful and most diplomatic way. He's got a good bunch of players. Let's not lie. He's got a good bunch of players. If he wins the African Nations Cup with the Super Eagles of Nigeria, he can take a walk, collect his money, and one other big African country would employ him again. So these are things that you must consider. Is a business risk. He's taking a very good calculated risk. The players are still winning. Beat Central African Republic, come and a winner. Yeah, and let's say the other games end in draw or defeat for Cape Verde. Nigeria is already through. Yeah. Irrespective of the remaining 2 games. And that's something he will look at his record and say, since I came to Nigeria, qualification is become a thing where Nigerians bet right now. They don't pray. I fast and pray. I've only attended 2 tournaments, 1 World Cup, 1 Nations Cup. Let's see what happens in the next 2. That he will go to the Nations Cup in January and hopefully the World Cup in November if he's still the coach of the national team. But I know that he will go to the Nations Cup in January. You think we want to sack a coach now and bring in somebody else and then we'll get knocked out to the group stage? I don't think that's going to happen. But it doesn't need to put up drama. Working without pay is bad for everybody. Anybody who knows that. And a lot of Nigerians know that. A lot of Nigerians work 6 months, 7 months. I've always said to people that even where I was working before, if I choose to volunteer for free, like I did at the beginning of my career in this industry, I'll do it. But once I sign a contract with you, I used to say it like on air when I was in my former place of work. If they owe me, after 1 month, they never pay my salary, I need to come work again. No, it's not a joke. It's not something, I don't joke about it. After 1 month, see, it's my job to come to work consistently. It is your job to go and look for the money to pay me for that thing. Yeah. And then, especially when I know that the work that I'm doing, there's a sponsor that's sponsoring, and the sponsor is paying in 1 quarter more than what you pay me for 2 years. Come on, you can't even give me an excuse. You can't try it. No.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.